welcome to episode 16 of Schick Pick 6. I'm Melanie Schickler, and we have a ton of football and baseball to break down during the show. We start with the 3 first picks in football, and then we'll head into the 3 picks in baseball. They both made major headlines this week, so let's get right into it. Preseason football is officially underway, and for Pick 6, we're taking a look at Daniel Jones' first appearance as a New York Giant. Back in April, when he was taken by the Giants in the first round, there was a ton of controversy because a lot of people thought that he shouldn't have gone so early in the draft. But for the Giants, though, they needed to secure this Duke quarterback because, I hate to say it, but I think Eli's almost out the door. And for those doubters, Jones had a fantastic first game. In his first drive in a Giants uniform, he went 5 for 5 for 67 yards and a touchdown. That touchdown pass was 12 yards to wide receiver Benny Fowler. What more can you ask for from a rookie's first drive? Let's hope Daniel Jones can keep this up. Pick number 5 is the pass interference challenges that are now up and running for this season. In the first week of preseason alone, there were 17 pass interference challenges. Considering only 2 of the 17 challenges were overturned, some of them were probably coaches testing the waters with how this challenge is going to work during the season. I'm honestly curious to see the impact this will have on the game. And since there's no limit on how many times a coach can challenge his call during the game, I'm really wondering if it's going to be abused. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Let's talk about Antonio Brown for pick number 4. He's not in the news for a great touchdown or playing well with his teammates, but instead for his feet and his helmet dispute. Let's take a look at this disturbing picture of his feet. This is from cryotherapy, which has left him with extreme frostbite, so he hasn't been practicing to his full ability at all. Right after this news broke, he was in the headlines again, and not for a good reason. He said he would quit football entirely if he was not allowed to wear his original helmet that he's been wearing for the past 10 years. With new technologies emerging, the NFL has changed their helmet protocol. Now they make 3D printed helmets that are custom fit to each player's head. And yesterday, the NFL officially declared that Antonio Brown would not be allowed to wear his old helmet. So let's see, will he really quit football forever? I don't know. For pick number 3, we head over to the MLB. The wildcard race is really heating up. For pick number 3, it's those Minnesota Twins. They had a triple play, and that's their second triple play in just 3 weeks. With 3 runs already in for the Atlanta Braves in the 3rd inning and the bases loaded on Wednesday, Tyler Flowers hit a sharp grounder straight to third baseman Miguel Sano. He stepped on the bag and threw the ball to second baseman Jonathan Schoop, whose relay to first baseman C.J. Cron was in plenty of time to beat Flowers. For pick number 2, we head over to the Cleveland Indians, who have swooped in and taken over sole possession of the AL Central. As of July 2nd, they were 11 games back of a wild card spot. They're now in first place of the entire division. Just last night and 2 nights ago, Sunday night, first baseman Carlos Santana hit a walk-off home run to win it for his team. You can't even plan to do that, let alone be able to be put in that position to have the opportunity to win it for your team 2 nights in a row. Sunday night, Santana hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th. Ironically, this one gave them identical records to the Astros, tying them for first place in the division. However, not for long, because just last night, he hit another bomb for the win. This time against the Red Sox. Santana 410 feet to center field for sole possession of first place. Again, 11 games back on July 2nd, first place as of today, August 13th. On to another amazing story for pick number 1, and that's the amazing Mets. 15 for their past 17 games. On July 24th, they were 8 games back of the second wildcard spot, and now they're only 1 game back. Friday and Saturday were insane comeback games. Friday, they were down 6-3 in the bottom of the 9th when Todd Frazier hit a bomb and tied it 6-6. Then, with men on, Michael Conforto hit his first ever walk-off winner, a single over the right fielder's head to give the Mets a 7-6 win. Take a look at this celebration. It was like no other.
And he drives one, deep right field. That goes Eaton, it's over his head, and the Mets win the ball game! Michael Conforto with his first career walk-off hit, and the Mets pull it out in the bottom of the 9th, 7-6.
Before we move on to Saturday's fantastic game, I just have to mention this crazy stat. So if you don't know, ESPN provides this chart that displays a win probability throughout the game based on what's going on during the game. So in the top of the ninth, when the Nationals scored their 6th run to take a 6-3 lead, ESPN gave the Nationals a win probability of 97.6%. That's a 2.4% for the Mets to win. They took that 2.4% and they ran with it. Now on to Saturday's late comeback game again. Luis Guillorme picked the perfect time to hit his first career home run as he tied the game in the 8th inning. Then later in the inning, J.D. Davis hit a sacrifice fly, allowing a run to score home, continuing the Mets' magic. Look at this graph from Fangraphs.com. As you can see, on July 24th, the Mets had a 3.9% chance of making the playoffs. As of Sunday, they now have a 53% chance. As Pete Alonso would say, LFGM. That's a wrap for our show. Episode 17 won't be for a few weeks. Probably will be the weekend that the NFL starts. Going back to school, so taking a little break. Wanted to shout out my grandpa. Happy birthday. Love you. See you all in a couple weeks on episode 17 of Schick Pick 6.